You are not a 10. Let me say that again. You are not a 10. I hear all these women I was watching, and put this light up here so I don't look so creepy. This is not a fucking horror movie. I was watching Kevin Samuels, and the reason why I'm always at night is because I work at night. Um, you, you, you're not a 10. I hear all of these women, you know, on these shows. One of the shows is Kevin Samuels, of course, rest in peace. But a lot of these shows, these red pill shows, they ask these women from 1 to 10, how do you rate yourselves? And almost every single one of them says, I'm a 10, I'm a 10. You're delusional. You're not a 10. And I'm not trying to throw shade. I'm not trying to, come for anyone. And a lot of these women, they are either cute, pretty, sexy, or beautiful. But you're not a 10. See, I think that we get the big, well, not we, they get the big head when they put on their weave or their lace front or sew in that they little fake braids. You are wearing a hair hat of someone else's hair. They might be alive, they might be dead. You don't know who it is, what kind of individual this was. You are wearing a hair hat of someone's hair, or you have sewn another human being's hair into your head. To me, that's disgusting and sick and perverted. When you think about it, a lot of people don't really think about it. They don't really internalize that that's what you're doing. You are wearing somebody else's hair. Ugh. So they put on they put on their fake hair. They put on their fake makeup, their fake eyelashes, their fake nails, their push-up bras, those leggings or stretch pants that make it look like you got a nice butt when you really don't. You wear waist trainers and girdles and Spanx and high heels and nail polish. You have all of these things. It's like a Halloween costume. You don't really look like that. It's unrealistic. It's not real. So you're judging yourself when you're in your costume. And even when you in your costume, you still ain't no 10. You might be perceived as more attractive with your costume on than off, but you still ain't no 10. And when you get intimate with a man, and let's be for real, any man that approaches you that's interested in you, his goal is to have sex with you. His goal is to sleep with you. Whether he gets into a relationship with you, marries you, has your children, blah, 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 the goal is to have sex. And let's just be realistic. He wants to have sex. When you get ready to have sex with this man, guess what? You're gonna have to take off your clothes, and he's gonna see what it really is. Sooner or later, he's gonna see you without your makeup on. Sooner or later, he's gonna see you without your fake hair on, and he's gonna know that that's not really what you look like. And I be going online looking at some of these makeup tutorials. That makeup is hiding a lot. I think it's just dead wrong. I think that it's false advertisement. You got these men thinking you're beautiful, drop dead, gorgeous, and you're not even close. And I'm not calling you ugly. I am not, but you ain't no 10. And I think that this is destructive because you have convinced yourself that you are a 10, and you go out there and look for these high value men. And yeah, they might stick their dick in your hole, but it doesn't mean that they think that you're a 10. It just means that sex feels good. It feels good to a man. It's very pleasurable for a man to stick his penis into a vagina. It doesn't mean that he's in love with you. It doesn't mean that he even likes you. The thing about a man and a lot of women these days, I will admit that women are transforming into this way as well, because everything that men do, women want to try to do it. And we can talk about that. Wigs were invented for men. Makeup was invented for men. High heels and girdles were invented for men. And women wanted to be like men, so they started doing it. And then when the women started doing it, men stopped. So now that men are not doing that, and women don't want to be women, they want to be men. Now you have women chopping off their hair and, want to be a dyke. And even if they don't do that, they're so masculine. And I don't want a man, I want a woman. But back to the topic, you're not a 10. And if you've convinced yourself that you are a 10 and you're going after unattainable men, the only thing you're going to get is fucked. You're going to get hurt. You're going to get played. You're going to get used. Instead of going getting a man that looks like you. Going getting a man that's in your ballpark, that's in your league. What's wrong with that? I challenge you women to take off the weave, the wig, the lace front, the sew-in, the fake braids, take off the makeup, take off the fake eyelashes, take off the push-up bra, take off the high heels and the girl, take off all your clothes, all your makeup, all of your fake hair, all of your jewelry, and stand in front of a full-length mirror, butt naked, and take a good, hard, honest look at yourself, who you are. And come to grips with who you are. And be honest with yourself. Quit lying to yourselves. It is destructive to you, to your children, to your man. It's destructive to the community, the environment, because you're lying to yourself and everyone else. And it's becoming to the point where you're believing your own lie. And you're acting like your costume, which is unbecoming. You have horrible attitudes, horrible personalities. You're mean. You are trifling. You are manipulative, dirty. You're not to be trusted, untrustworthy, always trying to run game because you've convinced yourself that you look like your costume. Stop it. Go get some help. Go get some counseling, some psychological counseling, because the majority of you women, in the back of your mind, you know that you have mental and psychological problems. You just don't want to do anything about it. You're too lazy to put in the work to do something about it. So you would rather try to manipulate people to accept you for who you are, or either lie about who you are, or try to hide it. It's only a matter of time before people find out. And then what? Put in the work to make the necessary changes. You're not a 10. And stop expecting men to do and be what you yourself are not. You want him to be a real man. You want him to be a traditional man. You want him to protect you. You want him to provide for you. You want him to take care of you. You want him to do everything that a man does. When something breaks down, you expect him to fix it or at least have it taken care of. Right? But when it comes time to be a woman, when he expects you to cook, when he expects you to clean, when he expects you to take care of the children and take care of the house and have his back and be fit, feminine, friendly, and submissive. Y'all don't like that word. You want him to submit to you. You want to run him. But that's not a man. And then you're not going to want him because he's not a man. You want a man. You find a man. And then you spend every waking moment trying to emasculate him and take his manhood away from him and run him. And then when you succeed, then you don't want him no more, so you kick him to the curb. You've destroyed him, and now you kick him to the curb. Do you see the psychology? It's crazy. You want him to be a man when it's advantageous to you. You want him to be a simp. You want him to be a sucker when it's advantageous to you. People ain't put on this planet to be what you want them to be when you want them to be it. People ain't put here to flip-flop their personalities according to your mood. It don't work that way. So just internalize who you really are. Look in the mirror, butt naked, with none of that extra shit on, and look and come to terms with who you are, and go get somebody that's like you. Somebody you can get along with. Somebody just as fucked up as you are. And then you won't have no problems. But you're not a 10. Stop it. I'm not. I am not a 10. I am not the best looking man in the world by far. I'm not even going to front. I'm 51 years old. I'm a little overweight. I have a speech impairment. I have a lot of issues. I know y'all see this little white hair. I have gray hairs up my fucking nose. Ugh. I got a lot of issues. But I ain't ugly either. And I ain't got to be no 10 to be a handsome and desirable man to someone. Somebody somewhere is going to like it. But I'm not going to go after somebody that's out of my league. It's just dumb. It can never end well. It's like you trying to drive a car and you don't know how to drive. It ain't going to end well. It's like you trying to fly an airplane and you don't know how to fly an airplane. It's not going to end well. It's like a 300-pound woman trying to get into a size 0 bikini. It ain't going to work. And this is what we're doing. Stop it. Stop. Whatever you got to do to get out of that mindset, get out of that mindset. It's destructive. You're not a 10 and you're hurting yourself. You know, if you want to be happy, I don't want to get married. I don't need to get married. I don't need no man and this and that and the other. But deep down inside, whether you admit it or not, you want at least, even if you don't want to get married, you at least want a good, committed relationship with somebody that cares something about you. At least. So be that woman that you need to be in order to make that happen and go after the men that are in your league. Got to. I need a man to make 100,000 a year and this, that, and other. I make well over 100,000 a year, and shit is still hard. I'm still struggling. I still have people that depend on me, and I'm juggling that shit. Just saying. Rate no 10. Stop it. This is the Dutta Man. And as always, no matter where you go, there you are. You can't run from yourself. Peace.